Every year, Waves releases a new plugin on Black Friday, and this year's is the Waves Magma Lil Tube. And this is a very easy to use tube saturation plugin that they say takes up very little CPU usage, so you can, and maybe even should, use it on every track in your project to add instant bigness and to hear the warmest frequencies of each track. Now, that's their words, not mine, but I decided to try it out, so let's jump into a project and see what happens. This is a pretty simple project that I'm working on right now. It's not finished, but I did put the Waves Magma Lil Tube on the guitar bus, the bass guitar, and on the drum bus. So let's just hear what this sounds like right now, and then we'll go through everything. All right, so there's a little sample of the project and with the Lil Tube on and off on these tracks here. So let's just go through each track. We'll start with the guitar bus, and then we'll look at the CPU usage overall in just a bit. But we have the guitar bus here. Let's just give it a listen on and off. So it does warm up that track a bit, and it just kind of smooths things out. And I really like how it sounds on there. I normally put a saturation plugin right here on my guitars to give it a little more breakup and to smooth things out. And this is doing what I want, but let's just play around with some of the settings here. And you can see all we have to do is set the sensitivity, which is just a 3-way toggle switch. Right now I have it on soft. And then there is this drive knob, which just adds that saturation in. So the sensitivity controls the input signal that's going into the tubes. So soft, I guess, would be a little bit lighter on the input. Normal would be, I guess, how it is going in there. And then high would crank it up so it's really driving those tubes. So let's just go through those and we'll hear the difference. And what you'll notice is we have this LED, and the brighter it gets, the more tube saturation you're adding. So let's just start playing around with this drive a bit so we can see that light up a bit. All right, now let's go to the high setting, and we'll just go to a different section of the song. So when you're going to that high, it's really compressing the signal, and we really have to crank up that output. And a sound like that could be useful in some songs, but I kind of really liked the soft on this guitar here. Let's go back to that. Now let's go to our bass guitar. So that's this track here. This is what's going on. I'm just hitting it very soft because I kind of like just the sound that I've got going on with the bass guitar anyway. And I don't really want to compress it anymore. So it's very subtle with how I'm using it here. But you can hear it's warming up that sound and it's smoothing it out, similar to what it was doing with my electric guitars there. So let's just play around with the sensitivity toggle. So you can really hear the difference when we hit the high sensitivity on there. I'm not going to get too much more into this. Now let's go to where I hear the biggest difference with the Lil Tube. And this is where I think I'll probably be using this all the time because I love it here. It's on my drum bus. And let's give it a listen. And it does add instant bigness to these drums, and you can hear those warmer frequencies, just like the marketing material that I read said. And yeah, let's just drive this a little bit more because I really like to drive a drum bus anyway. Let's just test that out. All right, let's listen to this in the mix. So when I was trying to gain match there, I noticed that it's actually, the levels are lower when I enable this, but it does sound bigger when it's enabled. So that's pretty cool. All right, now let's just quickly check out the claim about the CPU usage. And you can see I have my CPU meter up in the corner here. So we're going to play this part of the song. We'll start with all of these off. And we can see the CPU usage here as we play the song. And then I'll enable them and see if it spikes. It stays about the same. It did go up like 1, but I think it was climbing up anyway. So yeah, it uses very little CPU usage. So that is the Waves tube saturation. Now check out my favorite Waves tape saturation by clicking the video on the screen. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. For Audio Tech TV, I'm Zane. Keep creating. Fist bump. Thumbs up.